I wanted to compare one of the Cintiq's competitors, which is called an UGEE, to the Cintiq. And so there are lots of Cintiq reviews out there, and you can see they've got videos and everything. But if you look at the Cintiq, you've got programmable buttons on the side. Nice adjustable thing in the back there. And the UGEE, no programmable buttons. The pen has to be charged, which is kind of interesting. There's a charging port at the tip of the pen here that has to be charged. And the Cintiq, the pen does not have to be charged. And also on the end there, you can see that there's like an eraser, and so you can assign a second tool to the other end. I feel like my Cintiq, which is a 21-inch, is a little bit more touch sensitive, and so I've got a little bit more pressure sensitivity, and then it's also the screen is a little bit better. I think the resolution is a touch better. But you will also notice that this is close to $2,000, right? You can pick them up used sometimes. The UGEE sells new for between $400 to $600, depending on what size you get. And so there's some pretty significant value. But let me show you kind of how it looks and what it looks like. Basically, you can come in and you have the ability to draw directly on the screen, which is cool, just like the Cintiq. And you can do smaller lines, or if you press, you can do heavier lines. And it's pretty cool. I mean, you can set up a bunch of different things with the brushes, which don't actually have anything to do with the monitor itself or the tablet itself, but it does allow you a lot of options that you can't get with a mouse. A lot of those are kind of problematic if you have a slower computer and they kind of choke up a little bit. I would recommend going to Friendin. That's an E. Or Kyle Brush. Both have excellent packs. I love both of those guys. And there's a lot of different things that you can do with this, right? But the main thing is, notice that where I'm drawing on the screen, it draws right there. And so that's pretty cool. And let me show you, I'll just give you a little inking example here. Not an inking example, but let's color some stuff. So if I come in here like this, you know, I can choose to color this whole thing. Okay. And then I can come in, double click. Let's get some orange in there. Kind of color in the beak. If I want to, I can change colors up. And I can also use different brushes. And so let's get, okay, so if I want to add some different texture, you notice that I can mix texture in. Okay, if I do like a layer on top of this, it'll paint. Gets darker as you paint over. All right, and so each brush has kind of a different techniques or abilities that you're going to use. You know, there's a bunch of different things, right? And so it's pretty cool. I'm going to come in here and let's add some blues. You can see how it's kind of mixing in. But the cool part about it is you can do stuff with this that you can't do, you know, just with your typical mouse. It's a lot more fluid, a lot quicker to be able to draw with your hand. If you want to rotate, you can hold R, you can rotate through. So, move it around that way. Anyway, I really like that. Downside. Huge downside is, for some reason, if I'm going to come in here like this, let me do this before with my mouse. And I want to like draw something, right? Just with my mouse, I click and drag, I drop. With this, nothing happens the first time. The second time it works. I don't know why this is in Adobe Illustrator. You kind of have to touch the screen first before it goes. And it's pretty weird that way. But I mean, once you get used to it and you're saving yourself a few $1,000s, that might be something that some of you guys could live with. It's better on the edges than the Cintiq is. I get a lot of wobble and shake on the edge, but on this I don't. And I feel like the pressure sensitivity is a little bit better on the Cintiq, and the resolution is a little bit better. And I still think it's a superior product. But again, for this kind of price compared to this kind of price, that might be something that you can live with. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful, and I highly recommend these. And if you want to watch how I use this type of thing, watch some of my videos. You can check it out on YouTube, or you can always go see me at CoreyKerr.com, CorYKERR.com, and I've got Twitter and Snapchat and everything else. So catch you later.